Take 3. All right, here we are at the cemetery. I am at a cemetery. Put it in park, dummy. Okay, hi. I discovered it. Well, I didn't discover it. I've seen it for years. I've just never driven in here. But it was it's quiet and it's empty. There are a lot of cars passing by, but they're passing by. Okay, blah, 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 ramble. What am I even talking about? I opened a new... What? Just keep going, keep talking, ramble, just do it. Just ramble. Little tree, black eye. This is the one. It still smells good, but it was time for a new one. So anyway, so I just wanted to come and tell you that the birthday cake at the senior citizen place was a success. My mom's friend told my mom that the people all loved it, and some of the ladies there were like they could be my surrogate grandmothers, and they gave me tips on like poking holes into the cake and like doubling the icing and let it seep down inside of it, which I had never heard of before, but apparently that's something they do, and it sounds like a good idea to me. But I didn't want to try it with the actual cake because then I'd have to practicing that. And I was like, no, just... So anyway, everyone liked the cake and no one, complained about my awkwardness or strange appearance there. So that's good. I was happy to hear that. And yeah, and so I made the cake for Graham's party, which was today, and that was a success too. The icing turned out way less lumpy this time, and yeah, it was cool. It was good. And the party itself was fun. It was good. There was a lot of laughter. Not everyone was able to make it for whatever reason they couldn't come, but there was still a good group, and Graham's had a good time, and it was just really nice. Yesterday, me and my aunt put up the decorations, and my mom brought some made right meat, and we had those sandwiches and watermelon and deviled eggs and the cake and ice cream, and yeah, so that was cool. It was good. I had an experience when I was decorating the cake that I wanted to share because it made me cry. So I think the thing to do when that kind of thing happens is to come here. I'm thinking that's probably the point of this channel, is to talk about my soul lessons. My experiences that basically where I process my shame triggers, the things that hurt me, make me angry, sad, all the emotional things. Yeah. All right, cool. Keep talking. I'm doing that thing where I get lost and start listening to the voice. You have nothing to say. Nothing you want to say is important. No one's listening. No one cares. Keep talking. Keep talking. There's a reason. Keep talking. Keep talking. I don't. Oh, it's like The Artist's Way, the book, which was brilliant. It was like the main thing I remember about it right now are the morning pages where each day you come to the page and you don't lift your pen off the paper and you just write whatever you have to write. And to me, it's a very spiritual process. It's a channeling. It's a letting come out what needs to come out. And I'm taking that here. It's like, it doesn't matter what you say. Oh, here it comes. So back to what I was saying. Morning pages where you just write and write and write. And that's what I'm going to do here. I'm just going to speak. Just say whatever I need to say. Just make noises. Just let it out, because there's some kind of reason for it. Some kind of reason. And I'm just going to speak, and I'm going to speak, and I'm going to speak, and I'm going to speak. I'm going to speak. I'm going to speak. I'm going to speak. Make noises. Am I really gonna post this shit? Really? Shame, 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 shame. I decorated the cake. I decorated the cake. And I sent a picture to my mom and my brother, my younger brother, the one who I share a mom with, not the older brother who I went and visited a while back. This is my younger brother, 11 years younger than me. Not that that matters, I'm just giving context. Anyway, we were the ones that, because he's the one on my mother's side and Grams is my mom's mom. So that's how that ties in. Anyway, so I sent them a picture of the cake after I decorated it. And I put the happy birthday letters with the sugar letters, and there were stars, and I didn't know what to do. And that's part. I feel like I'm going everywhere. I'm everywhere. I'm speaking. Oh my God. I think it's something that's important to talk about because I don't want to talk about it, you know? And so, but the thing is, I'm feeling good. I don't feel heavy right now, but this is my time to talk. And I need practice just talking anyway, so I'm just gonna talk, you know? So, yeah. Okay, so the cake. I made the cake for my Grams because I wanted my Grams to have a cake for her birthday because I love her. And she's the sweetest person, and I love her. And I never make her birthday cake. But since my mom and my brother and I were in charge of the party this year, which is also something that doesn't usually happen. Anyway, cake. Those sugar letters, you know, like the happy birthday letters that you put on a cake, those were there, and there were stars. And it's like, well, how do you arrange them? How do you make it look right? How do you make it look good? That's where my mind goes. That's where the inner child, the wounded, shamed child, shame brain, whatever you call it, takes over, and it's like thinking I can get it wrong. It's cake. Sugar letters. Not a big deal, right? But I'm just being honest. That's what was operating in me. That I'm going to get this wrong. That I'm going to be ridiculed. That I'm going to be made fun of. Basically, what it is the fear that what I did is going to look gay. That's what it is. That's what it is. That I am a faggot. That is going to be clear. That's what it's not going to say happy birthday. It's going to say Jeff is a fag. That's what it's going to say. That's what the cake says. It's going to say Jeff is a girl. Look, Jeff is a girl. Look how gay he arranged those letters. Look how gay and feminine his design choices are. Look where he arranged those stars. Look how homosexual his sugar letters are. And I seriously almost took all of those things off of the cake and just spread the icing to erase that they had been there. And after I showed my mom and brother and aunt and uncle the cake, I felt exposed. I felt exposed. This seems so silly to be talking about because it's not a big deal. Just keep talking, keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. Just do it, just do it, just do it. Keep talking, keep talking, keep talking, keep talking. Keep talking. There's a reason. I don't know what the fuck it is. Just keep talking. There's a reason. Just keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. But that's the ancient pain, is exposing myself, showing something authentic. Because the truth is, I laid out the letters, I put the stars in a way that looked good to me, in a way that let me just acknowledge that I know it's a cake, it's not a big deal. I acknowledge that there are wars happening. The world is... This is a cake. I understand in the grand scheme of things that it's a very small thing. But like I said before, I'm not here for the wars. I'm here for my own curriculum, and this cake, this act of love, for one of the most precious human beings in my life, who is probably not going to be here for her next birthday. The lesson was to show her love. With the birthday cake that I made her. So when I showed them the cake, and they all said, "Oh, it looks good," you know, I felt that feeling I feel whenever I am around other people. When I show myself, when I share something of myself, when I share something that I've made, when I give my honest opinion, when I give my honest preference, when I give my honest likes, whenever I say what's true for me, whenever I make someone a card or write them a letter or make them a cake, the feeling immediately rises up in me that it's wrong. That I'm wrong. Okay, it was fun. I wanted to make it. I wanted to make a birthday cake for my Grams. My Grams is my favorite. I love my Grams very much, and I wanted to make her a cake. Put the sugar letters on the cake. You put the stars on the cake. It's so simple. And so I just did what I thought looked good. I put the letters down and I put the stars down. And I sent a picture to my mom and my brother. And I asked my aunt and uncle that were there, how does it look? How does it look? You know, I was like, do there need to be stars on every part of the cake? Or are these things supposed to be on every part of the cake so that you cut it and there's those things on every part of it? Or does it matter? Is it just the cake looks how it looks and you just cut it however it is? Like, the part of my brain is like, the shame brain is like I'm gonna get it wrong, that people are gonna make fun of me, that I don't know, that something seriously bad is happening. And you know, my aunt was like, no, just do it however you want, you know. And so I did. I just did it how I thought looked good. And so anyway, once I sent I asked everyone's opinion after I did it. And, you know, everyone was like, oh, that's good. You know, no big deal. It's like, yeah, it looks good. And I didn't believe them. I thought, it's like you read their expression and it's like, no, you're just saying that to like I'm seeing judgment that's probably not there. But the evidence is there. My mind is seeing evidence that's telling me they're judging me. They're judging this. And I knew that is how my brain works. So I was aware what was happening. And I went in my room and I sat down. And I cried. I recognized that those feelings came from when I was a little kid. And now I'm watching my mind. See, when I write, I can go back and change the words so that they flow better. When I speak, I can't flow. I don't flow very well. I don't feel like I'm an eloquent speaker. I can be an eloquent writer, I think, because I can go and change it. But I'm not able to do that here. So just keep going, right? Keep going. Keep going. So I cried. I felt it. I felt it in my body. And I was like, okay, it's okay. I know what's happening here. This is a shame. This is pain from when you were a kid. And I could see it. It's very clear that what is operating is my inner child, my wounded, shamed child who was made to feel like how I show up in the world is wrong, how I express myself is wrong, how I dress is wrong, how I decorate things is wrong. Because I was a very effeminate child, and I liked colors and rainbows, and like Rainbow Bright, Care Bears, Pippi Longstocking, those magical, colorful girl things, girl toys, and Punky Brewster. I loved Punky Brewster. Like, Punky Brewster was my play cousin. I loved her so much, and I would want to dress like her. And my stepdad was like, no. And I would get made fun of because I would show up in a way that, man, this is like an intense subject that I'm not sure I feel like talking about right now. Do I need to? I think so. Yeah. Because, yeah, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Because I looked at that cake and I am having deja vu right now. I'm having deja vu right now, and I'm having deja vu of having deja vu before. I think that I wrote about this exact kind of subject in my blog years ago, and it was about decorating a cake. And I think it was the same kind of episode, same kind of same kind of trigger. What I wanted to do was take all the letters off of the cake, all the stars, and throw them away and just spread out the icing so they were never there. And I considered doing that. And then I thought, how disrespectful to myself, how disrespectful to that child. I saw the whole thing as like, I saw the whole thing like I was watching a child make a cake for his grams. I could just see my little self measuring out flour and sugar. Like at our old house, in the kitchen, making a cake for her, and watching him put those letters on the cake and arranging the stars in a way that he thought looked best, trying to make it look good and make it look pretty, and coming there and telling him, what the hell are you doing? What do you think this is? Like, this looks like trash, you know? I would never do that to him. How could anyone do that to him? How could you do that to anyone, to any child that's trying to show love? You don't do that. So I didn't. I decided against doing that. I was like, I'm leaving it the way it is. It looks good. It looks fine. It looks good. And then I thought also, you know what? This is Graham's cake. Why don't you just ask her? So I took a picture of it and I took it to her room and I showed it to her. And I asked her, I was like, do you think this looks dumb? Do you think this looks good? do you want me to take these off and just have it be plain? And when I showed it to her, she I can't even. It was like a an audible, like, I don't know if gasp is the right word, but a happy sounds came to her, and she was like, "Oh, I can't even remember what she said now, but it was happy." And she was like, "No, like, absolutely not. Do not change it." Like, she thought it was beautiful, and I know she's not one to. I trust her more than anyone. I know that she wouldn't say something that wasn't true. The one who I was trying to bless with that cake received my love in the form that I gave it. The one who the love was actually for thought it was beautiful and was grateful, and it made her happy. And so so I wanted to talk about that because I feel like I I feel like that was a success. Anytime, seriously, when I was in that place, I really wanted to throw the cake away. I was that I was that so I went in my room and I sat with it, and I just felt the sensation in my body and was watching my mind create stories of how they were all like making fun of it. You know, like putting it down in their minds and just not telling me, you know, like they're being polite or they didn't want to hurt my feelings or some nonsense like that. But I felt like that sick feeling, like I did when I was a kid. That's what it is. That's what this is from. Still here 40 years later. Isn't that something, how that happens to us? Um, but I knew what was happening, and so I sat with it, and I told him that it's okay and that I love you. That when your mom said it was beautiful, it's because it is beautiful. And Grams is going to think it's beautiful. And it is beautiful because you made it to make her happy and as a part of her celebration. Yes, it's a cake. It's a cake. It's just a cake. But it's an expression of love. So it's not just a cake. And I said to him, I love you. It's okay. I was crying. And I rubbed my chest and my heart, and I talked to the little boy still trapped inside me from all those years ago that repeatedly got the message that what he did wasn't good enough, that it wasn't right, that he's a faggot, that he's a girl, that he's not who he's supposed to be, that the way that he naturally shows up in the world is wrong. I sat with him and I rubbed him the way I would. I just went back to him and I gave him what he didn't have at that time, because it's like the child was the one decorating the cake. I wanted to wear those kinds of things. I wanted to be surrounded by those kinds of things. And I was bullied for it. I was made fun of for it. That was just a symptom of how that's just one facet of my homosexuality. It's not a matter of sexuality, it's a matter of gender. I don't know the right words. I don't know what I'm trying to say. All I know is that I didn't like the things that boys were supposed to like, you know? And so it's like those stars on the cake. I didn't have the freedom or the confidence to put the stars on the cake the way I thought looked good, the way I keep talking about the cake, but it's just an example of how I'm limited, where I can't just express myself the way I want to, just naturally. I can't just do something without the mind, the voice, the shame saying, no, what you're doing sucks. What you're doing is dangerous. You're going to get made fun of. You're going to be attacked. You're not going to fit in. You're going to get yelled at. You're going to get ostracized. You're going to be shunned. And that makes you feel so alone. And so all I did was I sat with him and told him that he was okay and that I loved him, and I just let him cry. I tried to soothe him the way I would a child that I love. And anytime you allow life to speak honestly through you, in whatever way, in whatever in whatever you're doing. Anytime it comes out honestly, that's a success. That's when you're winning. Is when the ego and the shame shit and the fear doesn't win. The little boy got to show his grandma how much he loves her in his way. I let him. And that makes me happy for him and her and me. And that's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to celebrate, was another victory like that.